Hey, on the channel, we go back in time and we unbox some late edition Ruthless Aggression Series Jakks figures right before Jakks lost the license. Welcome everyone back to the channel. Kyle here, and today we're going to unbox some late edition Ruthless Aggression figures from Jakks. As you guys know, these were the final edition figures right before the license was lost to Mattel, and wrestling figures were changed forever with Mattel taking the license, which they currently have to this day at the end of 2020, where we are now. This one, we're going to start at the beginning here, Series 40. The rest of them will be Series 44. Interesting fact about these four figures, bought them all from the same seller. It seems that a lot of these figures, later edition Jakks Ruthless Aggression figures, ended up in Canada. I don't know if maybe a Canadian discount retailer picked these up cheap. Not sure exactly why, but did get these all from Canada, which I thought was a little bit interesting. But here it is, the Undertaker. And you can see, plain Jane Undertaker. We probably had 30 Undertakers in the Ruthless Aggression line. So really not much different. There's only so much you can do with the Undertaker. You know, very similar to other ones we've had. Great for a new collector just jumping in, or a new fan. You know, the heavy hitters like Undertaker, John Cena, The Edge back at the time. Those guys needed to be released on a regular basis. We needed those out for the kids so they could always have a chance at them. Very similar to what Mattel does today with the Top Picks line. You can see Undertaker coming with his very trusty cookie tray. Little known fact, Undertaker later on in his career around this time was making cookies every night backstage. He was trying a different recipe every night. He was entering, I believe it was the Texas State Fair cookie competition. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's the truth, and that's why they put that cookie sheet in there. I can't think of another reason. You can see the back, Series 40 right there. You got Edge, you got R-Truth, you got Randy Orton, you got Matt Hardy, Chris Jericho, and The Undertaker. I'm trying to think. I believe I have this whole series. I do. I have this whole series done. So, hey, yay for me. I got all of Ruthless Aggression Series 40. But that's enough talking. Ages 8 and up. I am 40 years old. I can open this up, so let's do it. I'm going to open her right now. Trusty pull-apart Jakks method. See you later. Whoa, Lemmy. Lemmy did not like the looks of that Frisbee, so he's off. He's off to the races. There it is, The Undertaker in his plastic prison. Pretty plain Jane, as I said before. Got the cookie sheet. How many cookie sheets does a guy need? One more, apparently. Pop the Undertaker out. See you later, Undertaker package. Gotta love it. Tight, nice joints. I always thought the... on these later, they did this on a few of the earlier ones too. The tattoo work on the Undertaker is green. I don't know why it's not black. The green looks really weird to me. I don't know why they wouldn't go with black. Got decent designs on the side of the trunks. They didn't totally cheapen out yet, even though we're close to the end. Got a little bit of design there on the side of the tights. But traditionally, it's your pretty regular Undertaker. We've had this Undertaker before with a different head sculpt, I believe. Possibly even this exact same head sculpt. Jakks was known for reusing head sculpts. You use this Undertaker head sculpt on this body, and then vice versa. Hey, you got two figures. That was kind of Jakks' motto for a while. It is what it is. It gets more figures out there, but it gets a lot more people like me crazed that, oh, I got to have every Undertaker, and I see what they're doing here. But it is what it is. It's a good way to save money, that's for sure, if you're a company, and it's all about the bottom line at the end of the day. We want to make most money we possibly can is how the companies advertise and want to do. So there you have it. A cool Undertaker. Is it the best? I don't know. It's you got to ask yourself if it's the best. But a late model Undertaker crossed off the list. It is what it is. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Matt Hardy, Series 44. The rest of the ones we're going to unbox in this video are all from Series 44, which is interesting enough, the very final Jakks set that came out. The final Ruthless Aggression set before they lost the license to Mattel. So this is the end of the road for Jakks. We loved them, but it was time for them to go. I can tell about myself at the time. I said, okay, perfect time. I'm, 24, 25, or how old was I? Let's see. 2009, I would have been, take away the 10, I would have been almost 30 years old. I was 29 years old. I said, this is a perfect time for me to get this off my plate. I don't have to chase wrestling figures. Don't have to buy wrestling figures anymore. The line is gone. This is the end of my collecting days. And it was for a while. I've told the story before, but I got back into them with the Legends Mattel, and the rest is history, as you can see behind me. But this was the very end, and boy, were they scraping the bottom of the barrel. Nothing against Matt Hardy, but you can see right here, there it is. This is actually one of the better ones in the set. I will give him some props, especially that title belt. We've had it before, but that World Heavyweight title, the big gold there, beautiful belt. Jakks did a heck of a job. Better, some would say even better than Mattel on that belt right there. But there's the packaging. Not too much different than the Undertaker we saw. And then there's the back. John Cena, Edge, MVP, Matt Hardy, Rey Mysterio, and Kane. The final 6 of the set. So there you have it. One figure set. Like I said earlier, I did get this one from Canada as well. But let's open this bad boy out. Nothing else to read or talk about on the packaging. Here it is. See you later. You know, I have nothing against this Matt Hardy figure. This is a pretty solid effort for the end. You know, some people say it's plain Jane, whatever. But I really like this title belt. Very, very cool. I mean, it really does pop. I will make use of this somewhere. I'm not exactly sure why Matt Hardy comes with this. I don't recall Matt Hardy ever having this belt, but I don't recall Undertaker really carrying out that tray of cookies that often. But anyways, here it is. See you later. Get out of here. No frills with this one, really. It's Matt Hardy. We've seen this head scan before. Later Matt Hardy, I guess, for Jakks at least. But you can see the side there, a little graphics. A little of this, a little of that. Nothing that's going to, you know, totally wow you. But if you're a Matt Hardy collector out there, there's a lot of Matt Hardy people. You got to get all those. I do see one weird thing where they messed up his chin strap on his beard. Didn't connect it correctly. Oh, that's so Jakks, as one is to say. But I don't hate this one. I've seen worse, that's for sure. It's Jakks, Matt Hardy right at the end. So Matt was one of the lucky ones to get in the final set. And Matt Hardy historically has had, just like The Undertaker, many of figures throughout Jakks' run, that's for sure. So nothing blazing new with this one, but cool nonetheless, in my opinion. Let's move on to the next one. All right, we continue Series 44 with John Cena. Probably, I haven't put the pen to the paper and I haven't put the calculator out, but I would assume John Cena or Rey Mysterio has the most Jakks figures in history. This was prime time John Cena time, and they were pumping out a new figure in about every single set. You could say the same for Rey Mysterio. Fittingly enough, both of them in Series 44, so there you go. John comes with a microphone, which you can't hate that accessory. You always like to have microphone accessories. You know, John was on the microphone a lot, so it actually made sense with this one. A little bit weird on this Cena. I'll talk about it once we open it. Things I don't like. You can see the back. We already showed you on the back of the Matt Hardy. The exact same backing. Let's open it up. Let's see what John Cena's doing. Boy, it's tough. Let's go. Come on. Got to be stronger than the cardboard. There it is. See you later. There he is, John Cena in the plastic. Pop that microphone out. We've seen the microphones a million times. See you later. Now this always cracks me up, and this actually might be a straight re-release or at least the same head as Jakks Classic Superstar 3-pack at the end with John Cena, The Big Show, and somebody else. Maybe Orton? Not Orton. Who else was in that? I don't know. We'll get to it in that Jakks Classic Superstar series. Cheap plug. I do have it, so we'll get to it. But they had John Cena in that. He had a nice shirt on. But this is affectionately known around me and my circles as Big Head John. They made way too big of a head for his body. It's the typical jeans mold that, you know, really got old after a while with John Cena. We were sick of seeing it. You know, the paint around the Cena armband, it's no plastic ones as we saw a few times. But the big head on this one just takes it away from me. This is terrible. Probably one of the worst all-around John Cena figures, as it really has nothing to it. It just is what it is at this point. You knew Jakks was just throwing this out there because they had the parts. It was easy to do. It was cheap. They were losing the license, so I'm sure funding was totally cut across the board. They had no funding. Just slap off whatever we got out there, and that's what they did. And it shows with this John Cena, unfortunately. The big head is terrible. Let's see if he'll stand up. Historically, there's always been issues with this John Cena mold and the shorts with the sneakers. Very hard to get to stand. You got to kind of do a little finagling to get this type figure to stand in the sneakers. So any sneaker figures from Jakks had this same problem, that's for sure. But there it is, John Cena, the final Jakks John Cena figure. As we know, Mattel took over where Jakks left off, and they went with a million John Cena figures as well. But this was the last one from Jakks. Let's move on to the final figure in the unboxing video. All right, finally in Series 44, we saved the best for last, or I really should say, possibly the worst Jakks Ruthless Aggression figure of all time. Very well could be. There's been some stinkers, there's been some bad ones. This one very well could be the worst. And it is Kane, Series 44. You could see him in the package. You're probably looking at it, well, it's not too different than most Kanes. He's got his microphone, blah, blah, blah. But we'll talk about it once we get him opened up. We have seen the back numerous times already. That Edge looks really cool. And Edge was the one in that 3-pack. It was Big Show, Edge, and John Cena in that Jakks Classic Superstars 3-pack. And Edge came with that jacket in that 3-pack. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, if I could track down that Edge, that's a cool trench coat with him. Soft goods and everything. No, this Series 44 here, it came just plain. There was no jacket involved. So a little switcheroo on you. They weren't going to go all out with that detail at the very end, that's for sure. See you later. There is Kane. The first thing you notice about this Kane and why it is the worst figure ever, he's got black tights on and that's it. He's never, no color, no like red, nothing. It's an outfit he never wore. This is a figure that was just made up for this set apparently. Pull him out of here. See you later. It's Kane. We've seen this Kane head scan 1,000 times. But zero details on the tights. Just plain black tights. Nothing across the board. Truly bad. A cool Kane head. Hey, it's great. Maybe you can make up your own story for this Kane. Choose your own adventure Kane. Why is he in black? Did he lose everything? Did he have a flood and lost everything? His house and all he had was his black tights? I don't know what happened to it. But there it is. An unfortunate Kane. Kind of leaving the set and the whole Jakks line. It ended with a whimper. As I talked about a little bit at the beginning of the show, distribution wasn't the best for these. They were hopped in, hopped there. There wasn't tons made, that's for sure. And like I said, a lot of these seem to have ended up in Canada at a discount retailer. And it almost harks back to that flashback Series 2 Mattel, the Harley race set. The line was canceled. Some got out. But then a lot of them ended up in Canada in the last few months, and people have been selling them from Canada with that white sticker on the front from a discounter. Maybe the same discounter that got some of these, I'm not sure. But these came in pretty quick and were gone pretty quick. I think probably most stores got a case, if that. And then the rest marched up to Canada and moved north. Seems to be the way it went. But there it is, the Kane. Bare bones, oof, ugly, woof, terrible, bad. Is what it is, though, at this time. So there you have it. Jakks, end of the line unboxing. Thought we'd go through it quick. And that's about it. I don't know. Guys, tell me what you think of this line, especially at the end. I know there's some Jakks lovers out there. We got some Jakks haters. We kind of run the whole gamut, as we should. You can't love everything. You can't like everything. You can't hate everything. There's got to be something. So you tell me about these, but I'm sure we can all agree this is pretty weak on this Kane figure for sure. But there you have it. So tell me what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'm Kyle, this is Kane. We'll see you guys later.